Okay, thank you very much for clicking on and welcome. Today we're going to have a little bit of a vlog and a bit of a haul, have a look at some of the items I've bought recently. I know I said I wasn't doing much buying, but I've been out and about, and while I was out I just called in a few places and I've picked up some lovely things. Lots of glass, lots of decorative, and I'll get to share them with you today. Before I begin, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Walter Neal. I'm the founder of AntiquesArena, and you'll find me on AntiquesArena.com. We're not on eBay no more, haven't been for quite some years. So, should we get started and take a look at some of the things I bought? We'll start off with something massive and heavy. It's a marble. I don't know whether it's been ground up and then put into a mold, more than likely. So it's a marble or stone composite. Very, very heavy. Seahorse. Now it's probably well over 2 foot tall. Really, really nice. I would say it's come out of a mold, so it's probably ground up stone into like a composite and then into a mold. Anyway, no doubt they'll be Italian or something like that. They always are when they use marble and alabaster. I don't think it's that old. Somebody probably bought it within the last 20, 30 years, maybe from a garden centre or something like that. But I would imagine they also paid £200 or £300 for it. I bought it in a charity shop for £20. Now, I'm not a big fan of going around the charity shops anymore because there's just so much crap in them. However, lovely thing. I think I'll put probably 65 or 75 on there as a really nice seahorse. But you could have it in the garden and let it patina up, or you could have her in a conservatory or something. It's just really nice. This piece came in from one of the last boot sales I'd done, and I haven't filmed it because obviously I hadn't listed it. And we have a beautiful, really nice. This is a Waltham sterling silver pocket watch. It's a 19th century pocket watch. And it's got a full set of hallmarks in there, and I believe it's the original owner's name engraved into the backplate. It's got the lion patent and the anchor, which is Birmingham, and the letter X. So I'm not sure without looking it up yet with the date, but we have a Waltham. Now, give it a shake and the second hand moves. So all I need to do is get a key, wind it up, and it will run. Believe it or not, somebody sold me that at a car boot sale for a £5, and this isn't a small pocket watch. This is a man's Victorian Waltham pocket watch. I've looked online. Some people are asking like £600, £700, £800 for some of these watches. It's absolutely crazy money. I'm probably going at about 275, something like that. It's really nice, good quality, top brand, and I can always come down if they don't sell. I was up in Abergavenny this week preparing some gold and things, so I purchased this. It's a 19th century etched cranberry or ruby glass decanter. It's got all the etching and grapes and vines and what have you all the way around. But what I loved about it, look at that top. Now, it's not the way I'm holding it. I'm holding it flat. The top goes up and then over. Really nice hand-blown glass decanter. But what I love is that even though the top comes up and just leans over, it survived all these years. They didn't just throw it away. It's got a nice triple neck ring there. No stopper, unfortunately. Nice big ground out pontle there. So it's a good 19th century decanter, but it goes to show you how much they valued this stuff in the time. Today, that would never pass quality control, being a wonky neck leaning over like that. I actually think that is absolutely wonderful and quirky and adds so much character. Easiest thing in the world to find a stopper for these. All you need is a clear glass globe. Just a smooth globe, fit it in, job done. It's not fortunes. I think I paid £2 or £3 for it. It's going to go up for about 20 quid, 25 quid. But I think it's a really nice decanter. Quite a few bits of glass, actually. This is one of the biggest I've had in a while. This is a Swedish glass paperweight by Mats Jonasson. And it's got the falcon on the front. And as I said, this is one of the biggest. This is like 7.5, 8 inches tall. Normally you find 2, 3, 4 inches. This is a big size. It's fully signed on the base. Hopefully you can see it. There you go. Mats Jonasson of Sweden and the patent number there. Anyway, £2. They charged me £2 for this in a charity shop, and I see it comfortably somewhere between sort of 55, 75, something like that for this big one. Some people will probably be asking 150, £200 for the big one, but I'll be about 55 to 75, somewhere over there. But anything Swedish, Mats Jonasson, things like that, you're talking really, really good collectible money. This came in from the identical charity shop, and this is absolutely stunning. It's Italian, it's empty. I don't think it would have had a lid, but it could have well have done. It could have been, this is the base of an apothecary jar, or it could just be a vase. But look at that. You've got the amber strips with the window effect on it. Really, really nice. It's ribbed. Nice clear stem. Really nice bit of Italian glass. That is a really nice vase. Anyway, it cost me a £5, and I see this at about £35, £35, something like that. It is a beautiful thing. I love this sort of amber glass effect with the windows, and it's in good condition. It's a really, really nice little thing. These are not very old, but there's a pair of them. And they're both in really, really good condition. So we have a pair of Tiffany-style stained glass lampshades, light shades, ceiling lights. And these are roses. And you can see in a moment just how much I paid. £4 each. That was mine. That wasn't for the pair. But what a nice pair of stained glass light shades for £4. It's going to be comfortably £25, £30, £35 the pair. No problem at all. So when you turn in £8 into £30, £35, that's not a problem, is it? Yeah, they're decorative. They just need a wash. They're stinking dirty. They need a wash. And then there's this. I went to a charity shop. I met up with Sharon and Rob, a couple of friends of mine, and we went and had a piece of toast and a couple of spoons, and then myself and Rob, we went for a walk around the town, and we decided we'd just have a little look in the charity shops. And in the charity shop was this, which is a 19th century walnut tea caddy. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this is Tunbridge ware coming down. I'm pretty sure it's classed as Tunbridge ware. It's got its compartments and its lids. Now, it isn't perfect. It's had some fading from the sun, so you can see the difference in colour. But a good bit of waxing would bring a lot of that back. It's lost a chip there of the veneer and a couple of chips on the bottom corners. However, this is a really, really good looking 19th century walnut Tunbridge ware tea caddy. Now, it was up for sale in the charity shop for £55. And I don't know, I think they'd had it for quite a long time, because me and Rob were admiring it and we were looking at it. And I said quietly to him, nobody else could do it. I didn't think they could. I said, that's probably what I'd be looking to sell her up myself. Within minutes, the woman comes over, really nice, really polite, says, do you know what, we've had that a while. I'd rather I'd rather the money in the till than the box in the cabinet. She said, you can have it for £20. So I thought, it's a no-brainer. It's a beautiful tea caddy for 20 quid. I'll sell it for the £55 they were asking. And she, at the till, she was very nice. She turned around to me and she said, £20 is an hour's nursing for somebody. She said, I would rather £20 in that till than that box sitting over there for months. So we were both happy. I'll make a little profit. She knew I was a dealer. She knew I was trade. In fact, here's the story. We went into the one charity shop in Abergavenny, and the lady turned round, myself and Rob, we were just looking at stuff, and she turned around, she said, "You can spot a dealer a mile off." He said, "The way you come in, you just pick stuff up, you look at it, you know what you're doing, you turn it over, blah, blah, blah." And I was really polite, and I just said, "Yeah, I'm trade." I said, "I don't hide what I do." I said, "I'm not ashamed of what I do." I said, "I come in, I'll have a look around. If you've got anything I want, I'll buy it. Sports you, and I make a bit of money." Anyway, yeah, she turns around and carries on, and can't remember the full conversation. Anyway, I turned around, I said, "You probably don't realize," I said, "90% of the people that come in here and buy from these charity shops," I said, "are resellers." And I said, "They either sell it on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, they sell it on eBay, things like that." And, you know, she actually turned around to me and said, "No, the people that come in here, they can't afford the stuff to resell. They come in here because they got no money." I nearly said to her, "Well, why are you so expensive then?" But I didn't. I left her at that. I just said, "Thank you very much," and left. There was nothing in there I could afford to buy anyway, to be totally honest with you, and make a profit on. So that was my charity shop experience for up in Abergavenny this weekend. Some nice things. The Mats Jonasson, really, really good. The walnut tea caddy, beautiful. I really like everything. I may end up losing the seahorse yet. My daughter may take a fancy to that, but we will see. Time will tell. Anyway, videos have been a bit slow the last couple of weeks. I've been a bit preoccupied. I'm very sorry. I'm in the beginning of instigating legal proceedings. I'm not going to go into details because obviously it's going to be an active case, but I'm actually beginning legal proceedings and things, so I've been a bit preoccupied. But I will, providing it doesn't end up being part of any settlement, I will document and video the entire case, the entire thing, so everybody gets to see everything. You know me, full transparency, I film and show everything good and bad, so that's going to be an interesting one. Anyway, thank you very much. What do you think? Do you have a favourite piece? Because I really can't decide on which is mine, because it's some really, really nice things. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to go buying at charity shops and I wasn't going to go buying, but when you're out anyway, and you're walking past them, you get that urge to just go, "I'm going to go see what they got." And in I went and I had some lovely things. And I got to be honest with you, I like them all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.